What is up, YouTube world? I've got, don't mind the chicken poop. Louie, Bear, Phoebe, and Griffin. That's little Lord Chunkerton to me. Ed, Wesker Griff, said he wanted to see one more video of mailings. Hopefully it's from the farm. Hopefully rain won't come sideways. I got a little disturbance in the area, so see right above it. I mean, it's over me, but you can see right in there. We got some rain showers heading this way. I don't want it to rain on everybody's parade like Project Tops 2020 Project Tops or whatever it is. Again, cool set. Cool. Again, it's like the 53 tops sort of thing they did, and like the E-tops it used to be, for all those people that don't remember that. That was the same sort of concept with limited amount of time on the Tops website. You buy a card, X amount of people buy the card. That is the print run. You can pay like $7 or whatever to have it shipped or created. Because they had like an E-Tops portal back then, where it was sort of like the digital stuff of today. But unlike the digital stuff of today, that stuff in the Tops portal you could have physically made and have a physical, tangible copy in your hands in X amount of weeks. So if you ever get an E-Tops card or a chance to get one, like let's say at the show, maybe $2, $3, $4. Remember, just because it says Jamie Moyer on there, or Kevin Brown, or Magli Ordonez from back then, doesn't mean it's a terrible card. That print run on those cards, I know there's some that are under 100, and a lot of people don't. So there's your free investor knowledge of the day. I don't require subscriberships. I don't have card ladders. I don't have all this bullshit that people are just trying to make money and getting so far away from what the hobby's supposed to be about. And that's fun, making friends, sharing your knowledge, copyright E, and learning about the hobby. Because again, there's so much to learn. Not anybody out there at all knows it all. Not even me. I know, stunning. If you've watched my videos for any length of time, you'd think I'd know everything, but I do not. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I'm not going to sidestep constantly and blame somebody else for any actions or transactions or transgressions that I do that leave a sour taste in my mouth. That's what she said. So without further ado, no, going back to my point, Ed Wesker Griff wanted to see another farm video, some more mailings. He's got the dogs. He's had chicken poop on the screen. He's got flies all over. God, that's the worst part. Being sponsored by Pepsi. So, Herd Fan 87, Matt Colley. I haven't seen a video from you in a minute there, man. Put something out. I know I think he's a big Pepsi fan, especially Wild Cherry. But, and Brew Pub Pizza. Can't really see that, but nice Supreme I just cooked up. Of course, this thing is just always in the way. Right, Griffin? But, got some mail in over the last few days since the last video I made, which I think was Thursday or Friday. So we'll get into that stuff. I'm going to just show this like this. Go on, Griffin. Get. Go. Jumbo Kramer's Choice. Which I didn't say anything with Jumbo in the... Go on. Painfully annoying. You are painfully annoying. That's why I don't like big dogs. They are painfully annoying. And the chickens agree. You sitting there is not going to make me change my mind. So yeah, you're thinking, oh, it's a Creamer's Choice car. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. It's not. Those were like one per, I don't know what it was, a Revolution, a Crown Royale box. So, yeah, that's a big. So, I didn't get it. I spent a couple bucks on it, but still. First up, we've got out of 2001 maybe. Vanguard. It's not the greatest condition. I mean, there's a little whiting on the corners, some edge chipping. Number to 99, the high voltage insert parallel. There you go, Ed. That one right there, that's in the front. That's the culprit that's making all the ruckus for all you rap motherfuckers. So, hopefully the horse and the donkey come out, and maybe I'll matriculate over there. But I got the pizza out, so. Don't know how the light's going to be. I'm at an odd angle. But it's emerald, number to 99. This one, I've got to even look up. I don't even know the odds. Fantasy Force. A Fleer 96, 97. Pretty bunk looking insert. Some foil, but that background is straight out of 1984. Got these three from one seller. We're not going to go in any particular player order. Just going by what appeals to me most, at least to most. I gotta look somehow. I don't think these are, but again, I think some way you can look through in the back here. You see that little scratcher. These are golden blades. What a 96.7 score. Got that for those two cards, Lemieux and Forsberg, for $1 together. It's nothing, goddamn it, monumentous, but again, pizza. I like those inserts and the parallels. And then this one, I was shocked I got it for so cheap. I think it was under $10. Out of 95, 96, Topps Finest. The rare. Just had a hummingbird go by too. It's not a subset because no, you can't get down. You don't get free reign, BB. But Dougie Gilmore refractor. Let me see if I can. Yeah, you can see it's cloudy. There's a little refracted you can see there, but nothing too wildly excited about. But again, if you're looking to collect, he's sort of like that Tom Glavine, a real steady performer. Didn't have tons and tons of flashy stats, but I mean, you look at the end of his career and you're like, oh shit, he had, Glavine I think had 257 wins, maybe? I don't think he made it to 300. But like Gilmore had, I don't know, he must have had probably over 400 goals. And I'll wager to bet probably 1,200, 1,300 points. So, I mean, that is a legit Hall of Fame career. But on the quiet side. Next up, we got out of Revolution, 01, I think 2000, 2001, and then 98, 99. Just looks so dark. the NHL icons. They're not. There's 1 year. I think it's. I don't know if it's 99 2000. That's really foiled out. Like right in here is a lot of foil. So nice to get those because they're ultra tough. Football. That's on the one thing on this one. The top middle part. It's almost like a vintage, not Sictifer, but a vintage Panini chip. This is the Star Quest, the 4 stars, 97. So like a 1 in 80, 81, maybe a little higher. Now begins a jumping around. It starts, if I got 4 cards from a seller, wanted more, but they went for more than I wanted to pay. Let's see if I can, there, that shows a little better. This is a Metal Universe 96, 97 armor plate superpower. Go figure, it's been a chicken poop. Darren Poopa. There'll be more coming. Got this in today. Out of Upper Deck. I don't even know if it's a regular Upper Deck or what. 0102 Championship Sticks to 150 of Peter Forsberg. Nice 3+ color, 4 color there. Lost a couple of these and got this one for, I think, under 15 shipped. This, I've got a qualm. I've showed this to Ed. I've showed this to Mike O because I usually chat with them a little bit about the Philly stuff. You can see that even that dancing. Let's see if I can catch it in the light. Abreu stuff right now is rocking. I don't know why. I know both Ed and Mike and I agree to extents, but I guess I'm never in the situation of people wanting one of the players I've collected for 25 years. I think as I have for Abreu, 26. Wanting his stuff, even parallels. I mean, it's usually whatever I can get out there, I'm usually picking up for under 15 bucks shipped. Paid 40 for this. 05 Topps Chrome Red X-Fractor. See on there, number to 25. So, if the person that's bidding these up and winning them, that's fine. I'm no problem, but I don't believe I'm going to try to go as hard as I usually have on Abreu stuff if it's going that much. It's not even FOMO, it's just me being stupid over the years, sort of saying, I'll pick him up then, I'll pick him up next year, or 6 months from now. And I mean, I've picked up some. I've got the Mirror Gold 96. I think I've got the Mirror Blue too. I think I only need the Mirror Red. But just looking at those friends, got that. There's other stuff I'd like to pick up. Glass half empty, half full theory. I love that he's not in the Donruss Crusade 98 set. I also fucking hate it because those are cards I've always loved. And you got some real stinkers in there. Abe Nunez. Sorry, Bob. Lewis. But, so I guess the market is finally hitting me in the old gonads where Abreu is my guy for baseball. Josh Johnson is another guy. When you think of me, I don't know, maybe Abreu and Johnson are the two main guys that you think of. Steve Olin, but he passed far too soon, so Really didn't get a chance to go wild on anything of his. But those two are the guys that I'm equated with, or thought of when people start talking about what baseball guys I collect. So yeah, to have Abreu stuff starting to come up. Not a fan of it, because I lost a bunch of stuff. For some solid prices, David Smith, Cobra SVT 4. He sent me a link on a couple SPX cards 06. I got lambasted on those. They went for a very strong amount. I bid up a very strong amount and still lost, but that's why you buy in on a lot of stuff initially and don't, I'm not gonna say worry about the price, but there has to be somewhere in the thought process that maybe down the road, let's say this guy's got like 3 good years so far, and you're like, I like him, he's kept his nose clean, solid player, just seems to, the lunch pail guy, comes to the ballpark or the football field or the hockey rink, soccer field, the pitch, wherever, and just does his job and he produces. You find those guys and you better pick them up while you can, even though it's like, oh, it's just a 50, who cares about that? Pick anything up basically under 100 is my theory. Of the guys that you really want to just like sit on. Maybe down the road they become something. Get them cheap, so if there is a flop, you're not thinking, oh god, I just dropped $50 on a card to 10. 2 years later he's out of the league, Josh Johnson, and you're like, oof. But like these, any player now, like again, I'd say, who could I even think of? Because Trout is out of the question. The rookies, it'd be nice to see what Altuve did this year after all the shenanigans of the off season. If he comes back, he hits like 320. What again? It's a truncated year, so you won't have the full numbers. But let's say a full season of numbers would be 320, maybe like 20 homers, 80 to 90 RBIs, 20 to 30 steals, 100 plus runs, on base of over, I don't know, 415. If he does that again, then you might want to start looking back at his stuff, picking that up. Just because he's had a nice, wide, not long career, but he's starting to get into the middle prime numbers of his career. And just look at some of those like older refractors. Some of the Bowman paper variations. Some of like the select stuff. Just take that into consideration, because I was dumb. I admit that I was stupid and I didn't pick up a lot of this Abreu stuff earlier, because I just didn't think it ever hold a significant value, and I was always of the mindset, I'll be able to get it later. There's more pressing stuff at this moment to pick up, so just keep that in mind. Again, especially if you're a player or a team collector and you're just like, I'll pick up the periphery guys and wait for the meat and potatoes down the road. Get the meat and potatoes now. That's the meal right now. So down the road that you might be able to have dessert. So, got a ringleaders, Patrick Waugh, which is just a epic card of foil. Bottom right corner is a little soft, but I love Stadium Club. On the back, it's just a pretty much plain nonsense. The Eagle has landed. Eddie Belfour, armor plate, superpowers. The bad part about these, and nothing on the back that signifies, like, hey, refractor, hey, superpower, hey, something. So, again, if you didn't know this was just like this, you look at this, you're like, oh, that's a pretty cool refractor card, that's not bad. You think, nothing of it. But the regular cards are 1 in 72. And here's like the Mystery Finest refractors for tops. Some of those from the late 90s, early 2000s. They're 10 times harder to get. That's 1 in 720. So, and that was a little over the price of a blaster, which I missed on Hasek because Hasek went for, it was in that $45 to $50 range when I saw it, and I didn't even want to look at what it went for. But I was like, I wanted the Hasek too, and just didn't get it. Out of 97 Fleer, old labeling. A lot of foil on there. So Thrill Seekers, Brett Favre. Even the back grading. I mean, it's one of the first 160,000 cards they graded. I got that for about the price of a blaster. That's a 1 in 288 pull too. So that little side soiree is coming along fairly nice. When I find one I like, I pick it up. If I think the price is right, I pick it up, and it's not me going nuts on it like I've been doing with Brodeur, which I do love. So I mean, it's not like I regret it, but you can only have so many irons in the fire before the fire gets out of control. Why is that? This is an Upper Deck exclusives. See down by his glove hand. 6 of 25. That's out of 2000, 2001. Oofta. Get him a Kleenex. This is an Ice Carvings. These are 1 in 48. That means that one every approximately 2 boxes you'll get this. Nope. Go on, Griffin. No one invited you here. You don't do that. And again, it's the embossed. You can sort of see in the back in the stat area. That's a beautiful card. And then the big one, which is technically copy number 2, but I don't have it in the collection yet. Nope. Hey. This is the Martin Brodeur 96-97 Fleer Metal Universe. Let's go by Metal Universe. Armor Plate Superpower. Which again, 1 in 720 packs. Try to find them. Again, I was happy it came up on auction, and I don't know. I had a price in mind. I'm like, a buddy of mine bought one. I told him to do that because I told him what I paid for my first copy. I said if it goes for under that, it's a 1 every case or 2 case insert. I don't know if it's a 10 or 20 box case for 96-97 Metal Universe. I have to look that up. But it's a case insert, depending on it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or whatever. But again, get that in the sun. Just, and I missed out on Damian Rhodes too, the old Senators goalie. One of these two, and I didn't pay much for Pupa. I think it was like $12. So $12 for a 1 per case insert out of like a 12 card set. So just take a look. Don't buy Brodeur, but just take a look. But yeah, I was justifying if he paid X amount for his, which I know what he paid. I got to throw a bit of at least that amount on this one because I'm like, these are too nice to let go. So for under what we both paid, in my opinion, I don't want doubles. This will be it for doubles. And I could look at moving this if any Brodeur collector sees it out there once I get the first copy I purchased in hand, which that video I'm going to make sure damn well I find a delightful place to go have it in the sun, because again, I don't know if you can tell that I really like this card. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a hockey-centric episode again. That's all right. Like I've said before, collect what you like, collect what you love, collect what you want. Your money, your collection.